Here we are in another section of the nursery with another aspect of protecting your garden for the winter. In this case, we're talking about newly planted trees. Now, what you may not realize is that the bark on the south side of the tree is much thicker than the bark on the north side of the tree. And of course, you're not sure which way the tree was growing in the nursery, where it was produced, and so you're going to plant it whichever way the crown looks best for your property. But you don't know which side was which. Well, during the first winter, that bark that's thinner on that north side, the sun can shine on and cause what we call sun scald damage. And this happens when the sun is nice and warm as it is today, and then suddenly when the sun drops down at sunset, the temperature could drop 20 to 30 degrees instantly. And that'll cause that bark to be damaged because it's very warm, and then suddenly it goes to that very cold temperature. And I've seen that happen where the bark is actually killed on a crabapple of mine one winter in my yard on that south side. So what we do with young trees is we wrap them with tree wrap or with burlap for that first winter till the plant gets adjusted that it has that whole following summer to thicken up the bark on what might have been the north side unbeknownst to us. So what we'll do is, here once again going into the late fall, winter, we'll take some of the tree lap, which is a paper material, or the burlap, and we will wrap this starting at the very bottom, very base, and you overlap it by 1 to 2 inches. Let's get a good bit on here to start. Make sure it stays. And then let's overlap it by 1 to 2 inches and spiral it up the trunk. Pull it nice and tight, nice and snug, so it doesn't slip away on you. There with the weather, the rain and the snow. You see how I'm going here? We will spiral this all the way up this trunk so we will not get the scald damage on the trunk there this winter. And we only need to worry about it for this first winter. The second winter, by then the bark will have toughened up, it will have acclimated to its new location in your yard, and we won't have to worry about it anymore. Also, it will protect the tree from the summer scald damage too. If you have it there in the summer, when you first plant it, it's good to do this, because once again, the summer sun can be pretty hot and intense too, and that north side is used to being in the shade, so you could actually have some burning occur at other times there when the sun is very hot and intense and the bark is not used to it. But the winter is the time when it tends to happen more than not. All right, so then we can just tie this with, once again, some of our cord up here to hold it fast so it doesn't come off for us. Use some of that same cordage there, and then we'll certainly untie the cordage come spring so we don't strangulate the tree. And we'll put on a little something that will expand as the tree grows, some stretch tape there. The other option, I think, is to go in underneath here like this. Let's just see if we can do it. Where we'll come and we'll loop it underneath and pull it taut this way. Let's see if this works. I think it does. There we go. All right, well, that's a little better still, where you can just pull it taut that way, and then we'll trim the extra there. And this customer's tree is all wrapped and protected for this winter. And there we are, all done. Well, thanks for watching our video segment on preparing your garden for winter. I hope it helps your things to survive better in your own landscape. Give me a call if you have any further questions. I'd be happy to help you and answer them. That's Plant Dr. Bob at Waterloo Gardens in Exton, 610-363-0800, extension 2490. Thanks again for watching.